Hello, name is Squirrel, and I'm just about to do some hedge laying, but I thought I'd give you a little introduction to the tools and the implements that I use for hedge laying. Behind me you can see piled up against the trailer there, the accumulated pieces. Now, that's a chainsaw, that's a bill hook, a maul, an axe, and those upside down ticks are called crooks, and that's a long handled slasher. All of these are important for me to do my hedging. Now, as you can see behind me, there are mature hedgerows, and the one I'm concentrating on is this way. Apparently rubbing my nose or wiping my mouth is unprofessional when filming, but I'm afraid to say I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm going to be doing that quite a bit. As you can see, I started, that has been steeped or laid. This is done traditionally for stock proofing, but nowadays what happens is you do the hedging and they come along, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but that's been flailed, that hedge, and as you can see underneath there's not much growth. All the growth is on the top, and that's due to the flailing. So light gets in underneath the hedge and you get an encroachment of brambles, and in some hedgerows bracken takes over and it swamps the growth underneath. Here behind me, those cuts are done with an axe or my bill hook. The little ladder there is so I can stand without wrecking the bank. As you can see here, these cuts here, this was done with an axe. That was actually chainsawed off at the back there. That's where the heel is. That would stick up like that. In some areas they leave it on. I do believe in Somerset they leave the heel on, but in Devon it's traditional to cut the heel off. This is called the steeper. This is hawthorn, and you wind it in, and then those upside down ticks that I showed you, the crooks, with the help of the maul, I would bang them in and it supports the hedge. Now the hedge itself goes down the lane, the length of a lane, and you may think, oh, it's sacrilege to steep it or lay it because it looks so good, and it does. It looks really, really good. I did this hedge 10 years ago. You can see the old steepers here. The surprising thing is for me that there's been so much soil erosion. This steeper here, this old steeper here, that was lying on top of the bank, and the bank has washed out that much underneath. In the past they would have cast up all the stuff down here, would have been thrown up into the middle of the hedge, but that practice isn't continued anymore. I don't know why. I probably will be throwing it up in the hedge, shoveling it, and it will benefit the lane itself. It will let more light in, so the growth on the other side will continue better. The standard trees, that's the big trees behind me, I will be leaving those. I will not be felling those. as it's good practice to have something there for the wildlife. I shan't be going any further than this down the lane, because here there's a limb across the lane and I'm not into limbo dancing. But yes, it's Armistice Day 2023, and this is what I'm doing. A time old honoured tradition. And I'll see how I get on. And see how the day pans out. I'm not missing going to London. I was going to go to London, but there's been so much hype about people starting trouble and I don't know, attacking the cenotaph. I mean, my dad was a submariner in World War II, and I'm sure he's turning in his grave right now. I mean, the cenotaph is a symbol of freedom of speech and the right to protest. So why would you attack something that everybody, you know, not the cenotaph itself, but, you know, World War I, World War II, and all the other wars in between, you know, they were fought for our right to speak our minds, you know, and to be free. And the cenotaph is a symbol of that freedom. And it beggars belief that there's these, I'm going to say it, numbnuts out there that are going to go and attack it because they see it as a symbol of war. I think they've got the wrong end of the stick here. There's a lot of servicemen that, you know, aren't with us anymore, who would be horrified at what's going on. I mean, they gave their lives so people like you and me can have our speech, whatever one you want to call it, say what we want to say, do what we want to do, and there we are, we're attacking their memory. So fucking makes no sense to me whatsoever. So yeah, it's a sad day really, for more reasons than one. I could bang on about the Israeli-Gaza bloody war, but what good will it do? I don't know enough about it. I just know that all wars are wrong, because they don't solve anything, let's be honest. They just seem to go on and on and on, things like that. Religious wars, eh? Huh, what a crock of shit. I thought it was all about love and giving and kindness and everything. Seems to be nowadays religion's all to do with who's got the biggest missiles and the biggest armaments. That's what it all seems to be about. Anyway, that's me dropping myself in the shit a bit more. I'm more interested in nature, and nature's all around me today. And you can't beat nature. You can have a damn good go, but have you noticed that when you deforest somewhere it turns into a desert, and then that desert wipes out where people can build? Ha ha! So think about it, people. You carry on building the way you're building, and all this green and pleasant land will have concrete over it, and then that concrete will crumble into dust, and then that dust will become us, or we will become the dust. Yep, squirrels mad moments. Maybe that's what I should call my channel. Because I do, I like getting out here and having my mad thoughts. But anyway, I must get on with my hedging. See, beautiful, beautiful countryside. Thank God I'm not in London. All the best to the people that are. Cheerio, bye.